Next up, we have a very hotly debated fight. We have Billy Goff taking on Trey Waters, and you'll see this is another fight where the opening favorite is now an underdog, and that's why this is so hotly debated. There are a lot of people absolutely loving Billy Goff in this fight, and I get he's from Connecticut, one of the best states you're going to find. So I totally understand that. But this is an interesting matchup because you got Billy Goff 9-2 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5, coming off that knockout win. Taking on Trey Waters, 8-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. That lone loss was to Gabriel Bonfim on the Contender Series 2 years ago. And Trey Waters is a monster. This guy's a welterweight, and he is still 6'5". He does not have like a weird lanky build. He's pretty thick. He's at least not scrawny considering how tall he is. A long striker. He'll pump a jab. He'll try to keep that range. He does get a little cocky and keep his hands low, but he's fast, he's dangerous, and he's a problem for a lot of people who can't work their way inside of his reach. He's coming off that win over Josh Quinlan where he defended 7 takedowns and doubled the strikes, taking on Connecticut's own Billy G. Billy G's a well-rounded guy with clean boxing and a solid clinch. He also has very good wrestling and grappling that he uses if he gets into some trouble. Maybe he'll catch a kick. He'll work a takedown whenever he can. He's got solid cardio. He'll push a pace. But he was dropped in that Contender Series fight, and I think that's what this line movement is all about. People are a little worried about that chin when they go back and they watch that he was just knocked down 2 fights ago. I did this math on the Quick Picks video. Trey Waters minus 155. That is an implied probability of 60%, 60%. Billy Goff on Tapology is being picked at 60%. So the general public, 60% of the general public are picking Billy Goff. 60% of the betting public, if you will, are betting on Trey Waters. I know that analogy is a little wonky there, but they couldn't be more split. And I can understand the debate because Billy Goff is a dog. He can wrestle. He can hang tough. He'll get in your face. He'll stay in there. But Trey Waters is a beast. He is tremendous. He's defending takedown. He's super long. He's super powerful. I am going to lean Trey here, but low confidence until we see him in a little bit more of a dogfight. Josh Quinlan was supposed to be that guy, but Josh Quinlan had ever since he popped for the sauce, he hasn't really looked the same. And Trey Waters was able to keep that distance, make some stuff happen. So if he can jab up Billy Goff, Billy can't get his wrestling going, then Trey Waters is going to win this fight. I do think that's what's going to happen. What do you think, Jakey? Boy.
The fuck was that?
A sick transition.
Yeah, Billy Goff ain't gonna play that bullshit. I mean, Trey Waters is a guy. He's a long guy. He wants to hang over that front leg and use his jab and pump that thing out there. And if you stay at range and he can pump that jab out there, he's gonna have success, right? You saw Keeneland play that game. I mean, he really had issues trying to get in the pocket, and he was trying to find angles and this and that, and he was trying to play that game. It was ended up getting just jabbed and jabbed and jabbed, and then it was a little bit too little, too late. He couldn't really work in the wrestling because if you have no success with the striking, you're not going to take down a guy that's 6'5". This guy has decent takedown defense, but when you can't strike into it, he's going to see the takedowns coming, and it's already a tough guy to take down anyway. Billy Goff ain't going to play that shit. He's going to get in this guy's face. He's going to make it dirty. He's going to be dirty boxing. It looks like on his Instagram he's really been grinding the wrestling, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does have the striking to get inside the pocket on this guy and be strong enough to take him down. We'll see Billy Goff if this fight does extend. You would think this big, long guy, this rangy striker versus this dirty, durable Billy Goff guy, it would be like Billy Goff, the longer the fight goes, would favor a guy like Billy Goff, but he's got a lot of first-round finishes. I mean, there's some question marks if it does leave the first round, but this dude, Billy's a former lock of the week. He's an absolute fucking dog. He got clipped in Contender Series, came back, got the finish. Last fight was getting touched a little bit, got the finish, right? He just knows how to just get in, make fights dirty, turn it into a Billy Goff fight, and I think that's exactly what happens here. He doesn't fuck around with the length and the distance, and if you get inside a guy like Trey Waters, I mean, he's just another dude. I mean, this guy is not in the pocket, slipping and ripping, boxing. Doesn't have the wrestling really to go to. If you get inside of him, you put him against the fence, you put pressure on this guy, and you take away his length, he's just another fucking dude. And I think Billy Goff makes this dirty, makes it nasty, turns it into his type of fight, and gets it done. Billy Goff. Bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing some more Connecticut success in the UFC. Obviously, UFC's had a couple of Connecticut fighters. Most famously, Glover Teixeira. Obviously, he's Brazilian, but he's been in Connecticut he was in Connecticut for a number of years. Then he got, the UFC basically was like, we want to sign you, but we can't. You're illegal. or you overstayed your visa, whatever it was, you got to go. So he went to Brazil for 10 years, came back. Once he sorted out his visa stuff, then the UFC signed him officially, and he's been there ever since. So he's a big Connecticut guy, and let's see if Billy Goff could be the next big Connecticut guy to make such a tiny state with a very active MMA community. So I'll be rooting for Billy G, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. I think he is going to need to get that wrestling going. I think he absolutely needs to get that wrestling going, and I think he's going to struggle to get in that range. Trey's just going to pump that jab, stay on the outside.
He's a good boxer.
I mean, it should be a fun fight. This is another fight where I like the over. I like the over on most of these fights, but it should be interesting. It should be a lot of fun. $8,800 in DraftKings versus $7,400 in DraftKings. I do think Billy Goff is at $7,400 might be worth a look because he is a durable guy. He's a tough guy. You described him as dirty, and he's
got that long hair now too, baby. I don't
gritty,
think that long hair.
Yeah, gritty, stay
looking
in your
good,
face.
Billy.
Brennan Ward is from that similar area of Connecticut. Brennan Ward, nasty wrestler, success in Bellator, developed a bit of a drug problem that he's been pretty public about, cleaned himself up, came back, had some success there as well.
I mean, look at that long hair just bouncing. I mean, look at this guy.
He looks like
Look at this guy.
He honestly looks like Blake Builder right there. But anyway, Billy Goff. Yeah, that's not loving that, honestly. Blake Builder, Billy Goff looking very similar. Hopefully he's
I know what you're like. You got sweatpants on? If you got sweatpants on,
khaki
stand up.
shorts. I'm wearing khaki shorts.
Can you go put sweatpants on and then you're going to stand?
Well, can you just
video.
We're good with the video. Who is this? Oh, is that him? Oh, it's just a. It's not that impressive.
Over and over and over. Well, he's just working hard, man. I mean, Jesus, give the guy.
We're hardly working.
Jesus.
If you do want to become a premium member, it's only $10 for an entire month. You will unlock the picks, the bets, the round line leans, and more. Just go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member. It's freaking $10. What are we doing here? Thank you so much. We do have a couple of super chats. $4.99 from Young and Happy Studios. He says, I find it hilarious that the exact same people hating on you watch you religiously and even steal your jokes. Example, the carrot cake joke. I didn't know somebody stole my carrot cake joke, and it's obviously a stolen joke because I put my content out on Sunday mornings long before everybody else does. I would love to know which one of the Basement Boy Hater crew took my joke. That would be fan. I would love to. And it's not even that good of a joke. What a weird one to steal. And it only works for me because I said carrot cake as her last name, and then I'm like, oh my God, I am as fat as Jacob says. So who the hell else? What a bunch of dorks. Before you go, let me give you $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets and signs up with any one of our affiliate partners gets $50 as a thank you. Use the link, sign up, make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you.